Whoa.
You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling a little Caribbean thing going on. I miss that Caribbean music that we've come to love.
Hey, Stacy.
What's up, Stacy? Excuse us, we're just jamming to a little reggae Caribbean tunes as we remember fond memories of cruising. We be jamming is what we're doing. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday night. It's live time. We are so excited to be here with you guys. We got a few folks rolling in. Stacy said, that's cool, keep it jamming. We should do that for one straight hour. Not even say a word. Just kind of be like, Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
Who's in the house? I6 here. Judy S is saying hello.
Oh, hi, Brandy. Hi, Kathy.
Kathy was loving the music. Very nice, very nice. Stefanie M is here. Hello.
Hi, Amy.
Amy. What's going on, Amy? Wendy Belcher's in the house. Reggie and her man. Good evening, good evening. Glad to see you guys here on a beautiful, warm Monday. I don't know if it's warm where you are. We talked about it last week. It is warm here.
It is warm here.
And I was just watching the news. It's going to be 114 at the end of the week. So, whew, maybe we should check our AC just to make sure everything's working good so we get no surprises.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see. Who else is here? Nisha H. Harold Johnson. What's going on?
Hi, Harold.
Reggie appreciated me dancing to the tunes. Thank you very much. I'm not a big dancer. I can do a little, like move my head a couple ways and maybe a shoulder shrug or something like that. Blaine 2007. Hello to all. Brandy says 95 where she is. Ann Smith.
Cold, huh?
That'd be chilly. I'd put on a sweatshirt for that, Brandy, that's for sure. Ann Smith, this is her first time live with Sharon at Sea.
Well, welcome, Ann.
Everybody, let's give Ann a big, rousing welcome to the Sharon at Sea Army. Is that what we were calling it the other week? The Sharon at Sea Army? I'm not sure. Maybe it's not quite an army. It's more like a gang. Well, hold on. I don't know if you can use the term gang in this day and age.
I would do that.
What about like just a semi-aggressive group of friendly people gathering together to celebrate life and love?
Cruise family.
Yes, that's exactly it. Okay, a few more people chimed in there. Did we say hi to? Oh yeah, we did say hi to Harold. Let's see what else we got cooking here. Hotter than hot in Boca Raton, is that what we're talking about? No one feels bad for you if you're in Boca Raton. I'll tell you that right now. Stephanie M. DC810's here. Dana Ballard is here. Was Dana the Dana that won?
Hi, Dana.
Which Dana was it that won last time? We had the battling Danas. Oh, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Nisha's Nesha or Nisha? You got to make sure I'm saying it right because I butcher everyone's name at one point or another. So let me try to get it right. First time in the chat for Nesha H. So there you have it.
Well.
Oh, everyone's saying hi to Ann. That's nice. DC810, got a question. Welcome, Ann. Hold on, that's not a question. Come on.
What's your question?
Yes, hit us with a question. William McGee, what's going on? William is here. Kim Taylor in the house. Let's see.
Hi, Charles.
Charles is there from Chicago,
Hi,
the Windy
Steven.
City. Stephen Hayes said, hey, Jamie and Sharon's Cruise Army. Very nice, very nice. DC810, right out of the gate, wants to know, can you recommend a hotel next to a cruise terminal at Long Beach?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Can you?
I can.
You can.
I would. Well, it depends on how much you want to pay. If you want the closest.
It always depends on how much you want to pay, doesn't it?
If you want the closest hotel, the one that a lot of cruisers stay at right before, and it is probably, you can walk to the cruise port from there. Probably it is Hotel Maya.
Hotel Maya.
If you want one just almost right next door to that, the next option I would say would be my pick, the Residence Inn. So those are the two.
Or what if you want to stay on a ship the night before you get on the ship?
You can always stay on the Queen Mary.
You can get on the Queen Mary too. Although I understand it's haunted, and I'm scared of ghosts, so I will say,
depending on what time of year it is, sometimes the Queen Mary can be inexpensive, and it can be cheaper than those other hotels that I just mentioned. Sometimes, depending on what time of year you go.
All right, so those
are my two top picks. If you want to stay
one more time, Hotel Maya and what?
Residence Inn.
All right, and then
Hotel Maya is a Hilton chain hotel, and Residence Inn is a Marriott chain hotel.
And you can't get any closer. I mean, literally, you cannot get closer.
Yeah, unless you stay on the Queen Mary.
You're a short walk to the port if you want to take your luggage, or a 2-second taxi ride. So there you go. Let's see. Dana, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rub it in. I was just trying to establish which Dana. You know my memory's not that great. I grew up in the 80s. You guys know that about me.
Don't worry, Dana. You'll win one of these days.
Oh, I feel bad. I might have to just might have to set her up for a victory just so I don't feel guilty about that. Let's see. Okay, Nisha. I nailed it the first time. I got it the first time, didn't I, Nisha? And then I tried to correct, and I overcorrected, and I was wrong. So my bad. Kathy Lee is here. What's going on? Stephen Hayes, 26 more days till a ship, a palm tree, a wave, and a drink. Sounds like a cruise coming up for Stephen. Congratulations. Yeah. Sherry is in the house. DC 810 said budget. All right. Well, if you're looking for someplace to stay a budget, there is a small bridge not too far. And last time we went, there was a few people camping out there, so you might be able to tuck right in there. That'll be the cheapest way to go out there on Long Beach.
There is a budget-wise. There is a hotel. It is about. It's less than 10 miles away. I want to say maybe like 6 miles away. And it's
you were digging deep for this. Good
and
work.
It is less expensive. It's a Best Western, and it looks pretty decent.
So what's the difference? Like 100 versus 200? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, over 200 for the others.
Yeah, there's what, a 225, 250?
Yeah, but depending on what time of year, sometimes you can stay on the Queen Mary for less than $100 or right around $100. So.
But what about the ghosts?
Well,
you don't pay extra for ghosts, do you?
No,
I'd be afraid to do that.
There is another hotel that is probably 5-6 miles away as well. And if you email me, which I will link below after, I will send you the name. I just can't think of it off the top of my head, but I will look it up and let you know.
There you go. All right, so shoot an email, and Sharon will give you the lowdown.
Yeah,
it's on the tip of your tongue.
Well, I'll look at the other name. I was looking at it at one time, but I've never stayed there, but it looks pretty decent.
All right, so we were on the verge of staying there, and we did not pull the trigger. Well, because usually we drive in, so we haven't stayed at the hotels. Our friends on our last cruise, on the Splendor cruise, which I understand we're just getting ready to wrap up the final vlogs on the Splendor cruise, they stayed at which one?
They stayed at the Residence Inn.
At the Residence Inn, and I think they had really good things to say about it. So, including they had a good breakfast there, huh?
Yeah, breakfast.
Yeah, that's always a big play when we choose a hotel, is do they have free or included breakfast, I should say. Because Matthew needs to get his waffle in to start his day. I mean, that's got to happen.
Yeah, but let me know. Because I was looking into that for a client at one time, but we ended up going to another hotel.
There you go. All right, cool. Good stuff. See that? You ask and you shall receive, from Sharon at sea. Outstanding work, Sharon. Let's see. Yeah, Brandy has 17 more days. So that is awesome till that next cruise.
Oh, hi, Janet.
Oh, Janet Moyer's in the house. What's going on, Janet? How are you? Anne Marie Pazzaretti is here. Happy 4th to you. Hey, you know what? Thanks for mentioning the 4th. I am sporting a little American flag type of a thing going on here tonight in honor of the 4th of July. And so we're very excited about that. I don't know if you guys have big plans. Where will you be watching the fireworks? Let us know where you're going to be watching the fireworks this year. Do you do your own fireworks? Yeah, we have a lot of people from New York, and I remember growing up in New York, and the whole street would be blocked off. There'd be a block party, and there would be fireworks upon fireworks. I'm sure some of them may have been illegal, but it was always a wild time. I don't know if they still do that out here. Here in the desert, it's a little bit frowned upon because at any point your firework could land in a lot next door and the entire joint can catch on fire because we haven't had any rain in months and months. So
they do sell them. They do sell them here.
Yeah, they got a couple little firecrackers and a couple things that you can get on the street corner. So pretty interesting. DCA 10 said no Queen Mary.
Oh, no Queen Mary.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see what. Oh, it said scary. DCA 10 said scary. Yeah, I'm with you. Anita Sebastian says hello to everyone. 12 more days till cruise on the Gem. Can't come soon enough. What's the Gem?
The Norwegian Gem.
Oh, do I know about that ship?
Probably not.
You got to get me up to speed.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just here to be the eye candy. That's what it is, really. She runs the show. I'm just here for my charm and my good looks. Let's see. Kim says, Anita, where are you cruising? Give us a lowdown. Tell us where you're going. That sounds cool. Melissa Fierro is in the house. What's up, Melissa?
Hi, Melissa.
Thanks is that a new name? Do I know that name? I don't know if I know that name.
I don't know. Is it? I think we've seen her. Have you been on? I think we have.
Well, so you've been on before?
Melissa. I can't remember the last name though.
All right. Fierro, no relation to Guy Fiero. Oh, that's Guy Fieri. Never mind. My bad. I can't stop thinking about the Guy's burgers. They get me crazy. Anita's going to the Bahamas.
Oh, fun.
Very nice. Oh, Reggie and her man have been on the Gem a few times. That's awesome. Let's see. Nisha's give me a pass. It's all good. Thank you very much. Let's see what else we got cooking here. Oh, Stacey still has 173 days out. That's a bummer. But how long? What about our count? We actually just cracked under 100 for our next cruise on the Carnival Dream. Do you have a? Can you do us a quick count? Show us your clock, your countdown clock. Come on, let's see.
96 days.
How many hours?
17 hours and 46 minutes.
Woo, boy. That cannot come fast enough. I'll tell you what. Let's see what else we got going on here. Amy Rogers, is there an embarkation port you hope you never have to cruise from again?
Oh.
Wow. Well, I would say New Orleans, but I'm going there in 96 days, so that one's scratched out.
Yeah. Well, this will be our third time there.
Yeah, third time? I thought it was second time.
No, third.
But I don't know.
It's not one of my favorite ports. I don't know. I can't say any that I would never go to again. We have our favorites, I guess. I'll pretty much go to any port if I'm getting on a cruise ship. That's how I look at it.
No, you're probably right about that. Would we get? Well, I don't know. I guess we had an amazing time on our Alaska cruise. Although I don't know if we're going to be doing Alaska again. It's kind of like a one-time wonder type of a deal.
Yeah. If we
so
do,
I don't know if I want to
years,
be going out of Seattle again.
Yeah. It'll be years down the road. Some others, but.
So, but nothing. I don't think that really turned us off. But as far as just the embarkation process and the organization of it, not the city or the surroundings or anything. Which one's been the most brutal, if any?
I don't know. They've all been good. The Florida ports are our favorite to go out of.
Yes.
They always run the smoothest.
I'll tell you what, I guess it used to probably be Long Beach, but now that Long Beach has that new terminal and that whole new deal, it was a breeze.
Yeah.
Going through that bad boy.
I will say Galveston I don't like because of the cost to get to the port. It's very expensive. Excellent point. That is a good call. The port's not really bad. It's just the cost to get there is, always.
No, I think that's good. Galveston, because it's so far. If you're flying into Galveston, either into Bush Airport or Hobby Airport, it's so far to get down to Galveston. It'll cost you well over $100.
It can cost you $160.
Up to $160 to get down there. And I mean, there's some hotels and stuff around there, but they're all kind of along the beach.
Well, you still have to pay to get there from the airport, whether you stay in the hotel down there or not.
So. I think the hotels are maybe a little overpriced down there for what you get. I mean, they're very motelish, which is kind of like cool and quaint. but they're pretty old, and they charge you an arm and a leg because they're packed.
Yeah,
because it's a little beach town deal.
Beach hotels, yeah.
So all right.
The Galveston's not really my favorite port to go out of, but I'll gladly go out of there.
And you were gonna get back. You're gonna get nasty grams from all the Texas cruisers. You're gonna get crushed for that one. It was her idea. She said Galveston.
I don't know. I really don't have any that I won't go out of.
Way to go, Amy. You really opened up that can of worms for us, didn't you?
Do you have one, Amy? Do you have a bad one that you don't like?
Yeah, let's change the subject.
Warn us.
Stacy, okay, let's change the subject to Stacy, who likes ghosts and hauntings. Says staying on the Queen Mary sounds like fun.
We have a daughter that is her and her husband are all into the whole ghost thing. And
oh gosh, yeah.
They do all that ghost kind of thing, and I don't even know what they call it, ghost hunting or something.
Yeah, they do like literally like they will put on like sound recording things and try to talk to spirits and stuff like that.
They think it's fun.
Man, yeah.
So they were looking forward to staying at the Queen Mary recently, but they ended up canceling. So yeah, that's their kind of place.
Well, they've done stuff where they'll go to like Tucson and stay at haunted hotels and some stuff like that. So they're a little bit crazy. Now, little follow up here. DC 810. We live near Mesa. You live near Mesa? It's right down the road.
You're close.
What time should we leave? Well, I'll tell you what.
You're a little bit further out, so.
Still count on about 6 hours if you stop for breakfast and a pee break. Because who doesn't have to do that?
You might want to plan about 6.5 hours if you're coming from Mesa.
Yes, and I don't know what time your boarding is, but we'll usually try to plan so we get into the parking lot right around maybe 9:30ish to 10 o'clock, right in that time frame.
Now, if you have a later boarding time, just kind of go with that. But since if you're driving over from Arizona, well, if you're driving the morning of, you're going to want to leave. But if you're driving the day, well. He was talking about staying at a hotel, though, right?
Yes.
So if you're going the day before, that doesn't matter what time you leave, as long as you get.
There you go.
But if you're going the morning of, like we do sometimes, you want to allow yourself, a little extra time just in case something happens.
2:30, 3 o'clock, you hit the road, and you got plenty of time for food and stops and all that kind of good stuff. So there you have it. Boom. That's a breakdown for you. Let's see. Melissa's going on the Splendor in November.
Oh, okay.
Did you plan it that way so they rhyme? Splendor November? I see what you did there. Are you going for a Thanksgiving cruise? That would be super cool.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
You think they serve turkey?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Then we can go. Let me see. This is awesome. We just have so many people just chatting with each other. It's so fantastic. I love when that happens. Everyone is so friendly here. Blaine 2007, 123 days until Horizon out of Miami. That'll be fantastic. Let's see, a couple of people going on the Horizon. When are we going on the Horizon?
January.
January what?
26th.
January 26th. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Ann Smith talking about block parties. Outside of the Northeast, I don't think that happens. You're right. I'm not sure it does happen, but it was a great time when I was young. I'll tell you what. Anita wanted to do the Horizon while I was in New York, but not in the budget this year. We know how that is. Yeah. Well, we told you guys last time we had to dip into our cruise budget recently, and it all came to fruition here this last couple of days as sweet little Matthew had to have a new computer to play his games on, as his one from a few years ago was just not cutting the mustard. Yeah. So we finally got that, spent the last couple of days getting that going, taking everything off his old one, putting it on the new one. And then once it was all done and hooked up, the kid has the nerve to say, "Can you turn on my old computer one more time? I have a password that's stored on that I need to get for something." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So we know how it is when it's not in the budget. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
David Green is in the house. A little late,
David.
But better late than never. You're absolutely right, David. Glad to have you here. Ann Smith's leaving on the Inspiration November. First time out of California. There you go. Hey, speaking of California, they're going to start doing some cruises out of San Diego.
Yeah, they are.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Next, at the end of 2019 and early 2020. So,
there.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. We might have to check that out.
Yeah.
Hey, so listen, one of the things we want to talk about tonight, two things actually, but one big thing. We were just talking the other day about music on the cruise ship. If you guys have cruised, and if you've cruised years ago, you may remember where you'd get on the ship and there'd be kind of a live band on the Lido deck,
kind of
and they would be jamming reggae and Caribbean music. I mean, it was fantastic. And over the years, that whole live band deal has kind of gone off to the side. We'll still see like a one-man show or a two-person, one guy on a keyboard, one on a little steel drum every once in a while. But usually it's a DJ, and the DJs are awesome. We just did you just did an interview with DJ Extreme on the Carnival Splendor, and that guy was fantastic.
He was.
But we want to know, what kind of music do you guys really want to listen to, or do you want the Caribbean reggae island music going the whole time, or are you more into the dance party, type of hip hop scene, or do you just want to get down with a little bit of rock and roll? And even though you're on a ship and you're cruising the Caribbean or far off lands, do you still want to hear your old classic favorites and rock out and party and stuff like that?
And as you know, we cruise Carnival, so anyone who has been on some of the other cruise lines, let us know what they play on the other cruise lines.
Yeah, give us the breakdown. What kind of tunes they got going on over there?
Do they have bands out on the Lido deck playing, or do they do a DJ as well?
So give us your music input. Tell us what you guys like. What do you like to listen to? Let's see. Jasper Rash said, I'll be watching the back of my eyelids after work the 4th and the 5th to serve the citizens of my community. Well, that is fantastic, Jasper. You are sacrificing the holiday time to work for the citizens of the community. So that is good. We appreciate that. And I bet the citizens of your community appreciate that as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Kim Taylor says she's going to a winery that's high on a hill and overlooks the Washington Monument. You can see the fireworks from the patio without going into the city. Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, that does.
A little something right there in D.C. Awesome. Melissa said, I'm kind of new. So, all right, so Melissa's established. She's a little bit on the new side, but I love the fact she's getting in here and chatting away.
But just not that often. But
Reggie talking about she's got a friend who was on the Horizon this August from New York. Reggie wishes they could join. Looks like an awesome ship, that Horizon.
Yeah, it does.
Nisha's counting down 434 days, 14 hours, 38 minutes until Aruba on the new Carnival Horizon. 434. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought our 90-plus day deal, 434. I like your optimism, though. Yeah. You're pumped up and excited.
I think our Horizon is something like that, too.
We do have a lot of time till ours. Let's see. Steven said I actually watched a 30-minute show last night to watch another show tomorrow night in the family, cooking and grilling out by the pool on the 4th. That sounds kind of fun. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to invite some of the folks over to your place for the pool, that'd be pretty nice of you. Valley Dude 5000. What's up, Valley Dude? Nice to have you here. 26 days to go on the grand celebration. Just a 2-day trip, Palm Beach to Freeport. The ship has mixed reviews.
Oh, yeah. It's similar probably to the Grand, I think it's like the Grand Paradise, too. And the Celebration, I believe the Celebration is an old Carnival ship. I think it was the Carnival Celebration, wasn't it, one time?
I am not sure.
Yeah, they do these like weekend or 2-day cruises down to the Bahamas and back. I've heard good things about them. Especially for the price.
I bet
you can't beat that price.
It's a quick little getaway.
Yeah, you cannot beat the price.
And I've heard that some of the shorter cruises can be pretty party intensive.
I've heard
people go in there to tear it up a little bit and have some fun. So
I've heard the food's good too on those ships.
All right. Well, you got to let us know how that goes. So, but hey, it's really what you make of it. So, I mean, go in there with an open mind, have some fun, and you'll have great things to report for us.
If I lived close, I would probably be taking those weekend cruises all the time.
There you go. Let's see. Anita says she's not getting any audio. I don't know if it's you or us. A few other people say they have some audio, so maybe just a little connectivity deal for you, Anita.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Steven says not even. Brandy says Stephen Hayes not even close to getting packed yet. That's okay. You don't have to worry about packing. Packing is overrated. You just let Sharon handle that for you. At least that's what I do. Let's see.
We still having audio problems?
Oh, yeah. Anita's just going to shut it down, fire it back up again. I bet she'll be back in business. Ann Smith says she drives to Galveston, so it's her best option. Yeah. Hey, if you can drive there, that's good. We drove there once. Of course, it was 17 hours, so that was a little different.
Far for us, but
that was brutal.
I would love it if I could drive to the cruise port. That would
man.
Gosh.
Kim Taylor said we've only cruised out of Jacksonville 6 times just because our daughter lives there. Oh, that's a bonus.
Yeah, that is.
We have 3 daughters, and they all live within an hour of us here in Arizona. So if one of them would move near a cruise port, if any of you are out there listening right now, any of our daughters, how about one of you moves?
We'll come move in with you.
Yeah, we will. We'll come visit you more often and go, have a hookup like Kim Taylor does. Let's see. Oh, Steven says, heard that. Cruise can't get here fast enough. Last year in New Orleans, they had no problem. Got right on the ship by 11:45, and getting off the ship was pretty smooth. Well, that's fantastic. Then we got something to look forward to, getting on quickly. It's so nice when it goes smoothly and you don't have any hang-ups when you're at the port. You're waiting and waiting and waiting, and then things go off without a hitch, and you're like, oh, that was fantastic. Yeah. But if things go wrong, and they have some issues, that can ruin your day. Yeah. Ann Smith, Ann said no nasty grams from Texas Cruisers. We love Sharon.
Oh, thanks, Ann.
That is so
nice.
I
like Texas too. My sister lives in Texas. So actually when we cruise out of Texas, we usually stay with her so we don't have to deal with having a hotel. So we stay with her and she gives us a ride to the port so we don't have to pay for it. So
that's been a bad.
That actually works out for us. But yes. There was a couple times we had to pay to go to the port from the airport and it was really expensive. So that's the main. Well,
and leaving there, because every time we, there was that one time.
People in Texas are very friendly. I will say it is one of the friendlier cruise ports.
One time leaving we might have talked about this before. We left the port once, and I'm pretty sure we got into an illegal Uber situation.
Saved us some money, though.
Yeah, we're waiting out there for a taxi and a line of people, and there's a few people ahead of us and people filing behind us, and there are no taxis. We got off the ship a little late, and there's nothing to be seen. And we're sitting there like, where's all the taxis? The first round of them had already come and gone. Yeah. And so we're just waiting patiently.
And we hadn't cruised out of there in a while. And we were looking and the sign was saying it was going to be, I think it was like 160 or something to get back to the airport.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm telling him, because we didn't have the Uber app on our phone at the time, I was just like, just download the app. We're going to take an Uber. I am not spending $160 to get to the airport. And in the meantime, as we're kind of going back and forth about this, this guy comes up and
some dude walks up to us out of nowhere and he goes, you guys need a ride to the airport? And we're like, yeah. And we're looking around, we're like, who are you? And there's people ahead of us and behind us and nobody's paying attention. And he's like, okay, come on. I'm like, what are we doing? And he's like, my car's right over here. His car is just like right over. I'm pretty sure that was illegally parked. And we get there and I'm like, what are you, like an Uber or something like that? And he's like, yeah. And I'm looking around on his car to see if there's a sign, like a Lyft or an Uber sign on his windshield. And I did see one upon getting in the car, but this is just like a dude out driving to make a few bucks or something.
I think that's what he did is he had dropped someone off at the port, and instead of leaving, he was trying to maybe make a few bucks on the side by trying to grab someone to take back with him.
Yes, and maybe not report it to Uber. You never know.
But you know what? He charged us like I think $80 or something. Or it was about half, 80 or 90.
It was super cheap.
It was like almost half.
There was a moment when I said, "Do I want to get in this guy's vehicle with my wife and my son?" But I mean, I eyed him up and down. I figured if things got crazy, I thought I could take him, so I wasn't worried about that. And then it was just a matter of safety. So we got in there, we closed our eyes, and an hour later, we're pulling up to the airport. Wild story, but those things will happen. So we pulled the trigger, and that one worked in our favor. Yeah. David Green says, I missed the Houston port. Did you ever go out of that one? We almost did.
Yeah, no, we haven't, but we heard about it. I didn't even know there was another port down there for a long time until we almost got taken to the wrong port.
Until we were in a hotel by the airport in Houston.
It was a few years ago.
And we got set up with a taxi ride down there. We're like, and the front desk hooked us up, right? Mm-hmm. They were like, yeah, they gave us a pretty cheap price. And then we got the taxi guy came. He goes, yeah, you're going to the port? And we're like, yeah. He's like, the Houston port? And we're like, we're going to Galveston. He's like, oh, okay, that's going to cost more. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about more? What other port did you think we were talking about? So we found out the hard way about the Houston port. Yeah. So we've not been there, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh, Blank 2007 said they should come to Savannah, Georgia if they like ghosts. Oh. I guess maybe there's some ghosts out there. It's an older part of the country. They probably got a lot of historical stuff going on there. Stacy Waldrop does not get into the ghost stuff that much, but staying on the Queen Mary would be fun. Wendy Belcher, are the Carnival Fly to Fun packages worth it, or usually the same price or more expensive? What do you know about the Fly to Fun packages? Are you in the loop on that?
Fly to Fun, where you get? are you talking about where you get the airfare in with your cruise? Is that what you're talking about? You do as a package deal? I think that's what you're talking about, but let me know. Sometimes it's a little cheaper. If that's what you're talking about, sometimes it's a little cheaper. Sometimes it's about the same price. They don't really get a deal on airfare. It's just what's going at the time. Most of the cruise lines, if you book airfare through them, it's pretty much kind of the going rate. It's, they don't charge you more, but it's pretty much the going rate.
So just average. You're not going to get a great deal, but you're not going to get raked over the coals that we're talking about?
Yeah, but sometimes they can find a little better deal sometimes than maybe you would just find on your own looking online. So it can benefit you sometimes.
Here's someplace we have not cruised out of, Mobile.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Hayes said Mobile had no problem, went pretty smooth. We've not been out of Mobile, Alabama.
And we know a couple people in Alabama.
We do?
Yes.
Do I know them?
My friend Pam and Damana.
Well, why aren't we going out of there? We can crash at their house the night before.
I don't know.
Man. All right. DC810 said, "Egaz, I told the hubby about the Queen Mary, and he's like, cool, let's do it." Not. Yeah, that's good. Ghosts. Yeah. Don't do it. Ann Smith said, "Grew up in Philly, so very familiar with the block parties." There you go. It's totally Northeast. What is up, Beth?
Hi,
Beth and Doug are here. What's going on, guys? How are you?
How you liking the heat, Beth?
Yes. Beth, where are you guys going to go watch the fireworks? Are you going to go up to Peoria, to the ballpark there? Yes, the stadium. That's the hot place. Kim Teller said the Elation has live music. Kathy, okay, here we go. Got some music responses. Kathy likes the live Caribbean music, and Kim Taylor loves it as well.
Yeah, right. I always enjoyed it too. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although I like when they kick in. I mean, come on, who doesn't like when they throw a little
out there on the Lido deck and you hear some kind of Caribbean music? It's just relaxing, I think.
Yeah, Crazy for Carnival. What is up? How you doing? Nice to see you tonight.
Crazy for Carnival.
So Queen Mary's pretty cool surrounding it. I mean, you could jump off the Queen Mary and land in water anytime you want. There's that nice rock jetty to keep you safe from all the, from the channel there. So it kind of has a pool.
Yeah, the Queen Mary, like I said, the things on the ship are expensive if you eat on the ship and that. But there are things you can walk to around.
Ann Smith loves the steel drum reggae music, but also the DJ vibe. Depends on what the ship has to offer. You're right about that. When we talked to that DJ, we were asking him some questions about how he decides what to play.
Yeah.
What was some of the stuff he was saying there about?
Well, he kind of feels out the crowd. Like they can look on. They have, I guess, sheets or the cruise. So they kind of go with that. If there's an older crowd or a younger crowd, if they think it's going to be like a more of a spring party crowd.
And he said he can kind of look out into the crowd and kind of see what what people are reacting to. Put on music, and he can play a song, kind of see are people bouncing and jumping, or are people like or whatever.
He can feel out and see who. He can tell if they're the ones that want to be the center of attention, and he will pick those out of the crowd and things like that. He can tell. So.
Reggie and her man said, NCL, they got live band sail away party music that goes with the destination you're going to.
Oh,
see, that sounds nice.
That is.
Maybe that is a good reason to check out.
We are going on a Norwegian here in another year, a little over a year. So
yes. Let's see. Stefanie was on the. I'm sorry. Stephanie M was just on the Celebrity Summit, and they played 60s to 80s music a lot. But Stephanie prefers the Caribbean music. See, I don't mind. I mean, listen, I'm a little bit of a rocker, so if there's a rockin' tune on, I kind of dig it. And of course, we've been talking a lot about the instrumentalists and the violinists that have been playing tunes lately. That's been fantastic.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Not Lido deck music, but just walking around the ship. Kim says, Kim agrees Caribbean music the best on the cruise. Anita can't wait to get on the Bliss. 600 plus days.
Oh,
it's right around the corner.
Wow.
Okay, so now we're going with a contest. Whose next cruise is so far away that you can barely even think about it. Anita might have it at 600 plus days. I mean, that is a long time there. Don't you're looking up one of your upcoming cruises? Let's see. Oh, Kathy commented the audio is fine. Okay, that's cool. Glad to hear the audio is working well. Cruising out of Cape Liberty, New Jersey for the first time in 47 days. That's Amy Rogers. Cape Liberty, New Jersey. Where is that going out of?
Where's that going out of?
No, all right. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with Cape Liberty. So is that like more up towards New York, or is that like a down south deal? I'm from Jersey, and I'm not familiar with Cape Liberty. Amy, give me the breakdown on that. Let's see. Charles Holland, I definitely prefer the sound of steel drums to signal the start of the cruise. Princess has live island music. There you go.
Oh, nice.
There you go. So listen, these other cruise lines, that's one of the negatives, if you want to look at it that way, to only being with Carnival so far, is there may be stuff going on elsewhere, and that's what we love to find out from you guys and learn a little bit ourselves. Let's see. Melissa said the family just came back from the NCL Bliss to Alaska and had a great time. Oh, that sounds fun.
That would have been a great ship to go to Alaska.
Isn't that the one with the go-karts?
Yeah, it has the big
Melissa,
observation deck.
did you go on the go-karts? And if you did, how fast did you go? Because we've been going back and forth. I told Sharon I bet they're super slow, and she insisted they're very quick,
go 30
surprisingly
or 40 miles
fast.
an hour, I heard.
Yeah, Sherry and I are very jealous that you went on that ship and had a great time. Anita says, time cruising out of New York, usually out of the home port of Boston. It'll be interesting. What cruises out of Boston?
It goes to Bermuda, Boston. You can go, or down. There's some that go to the Bahamas too.
Oh yeah.
And up on the New England.
Is that a rough ride going down the Atlantic, traveling south along the Atlantic, getting towards Bahamas? Wonder if the water's a little bit rough out there. Like, we know it can be a little bit rough in the Pacific, but not that bad. But I think the Atlantic's a little more rough. So
yeah, I think it is too.
Speaking of rough water, have we heard of any hurricanes coming up? Hurricane season.
Not yet.
Not yet. Keep your fingers crossed. Anybody has cruise going in the next 2 months or so. Let's see. What else do we have cooking here? Stephen Hayes is commenting, saying to Kim, it's the best vacation ever. You can do it. You can do a lot or not much at all. Kim Taylor's got a daughter that lives in Boston. Oh, Ann Smith likes the illegal Uber comment. Thank you, Ann. I appreciate that. Red Junior, man, forget Uber. My man said take a stagecoach. Is that are we talking Texas there? I'm not sure if they still have those, but if they did, I would take it if it was a good price. Let's see. We have 6 days till our cruise, Carnival Magic out of Florida. Marky Mark is here. Marky Mark, what's going on? Big fan of what you did there earlier. The Funky Bunch. I loved it, Marky Mark. Thanks for the tunes. We appreciate it.
Zane Gaming 101.
Yeah, Zane, hold on. Is Zane Gaming here to tell us about how his cruise went?
Did you go on your cruise?
You just got back from a cruise, I think, Zane. I hope you had a great time. Give us the breakdown. Tell everybody about it. Let's see. Some of these guys are talking about some different things between some of the cities and places that they're going to. Am I getting a little mouse?
Well, yeah, you're like all over them. I'm trying to read too.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Woo. Let's see. Yeah, Zane just got back from the Carnival Breeze cruise.
Oh, I bet you had fun. Did you go on the water slide and all that fun stuff?
Oh yeah, I would have. That's for sure, Zane. That's what I thought, because there's another Zane on. We have 2 Zanes on right now. That is fantastic. Stephen Hayes loves when the Island Caribbean music's playing. You know that it's Island Cruise time's about to begin. Oh, you're kind of right about that. So far, it looks like the Caribbean Island music is a clear-cut winner here when we're talking about musical choices and what you like to listen to.
I like that too.
Ann Smith said cruise twice out of Houston. They don't have any more cruises, but used to love that port. Stephen Hayes commenting about getting some great sleep on the cruises. You're right. It takes about a day, but then I am sleeping like a little puppy on a blanket.
Yeah, we sleep great on the cruise.
William McGee is going to be on the Carnival Vista in 111 days. That is good, William. Make sure you take a look at our Vista vlogs, and you can get the lowdown and the breakdown there. Wendy Belcher was talking about a package deal. I've heard they're about the same price as she can get on her own as far as those the flying deals.
Yeah, it's not really a deal getting your flight through them. It's just probably just more convenient than
like a last minute thing, because otherwise, if it's last minute, you could have no flights at all. As far as options of what you can get on and if things are booked and all that.
Well,
kind of stuff,
and when you book them originally, you can book it as a package, so you can pay along on it. And so it's like a package deal.
Little package deal.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, the airfare. I think it's best just to watch for airfare. And when you see a good deal, grab it.
Yeah, we're in the process of doing that now. We're checking almost nightly to get some flights to New Orleans because we're counting down a little bit.
We saw some good deals a few months back, but we were kind of getting ready for another cruise and kind of brushed it off, thinking, okay, we'll take care of that later. And now we're having trouble finding a good deal. So
yes,
we're looking.
We actually, speaking of driving and stuff to the port, we did do a little math and check what it would cost to drive one way or to either drive there or drive back.
Only because the flights are so expensive right now.
Yeah, so we want to see if it'd be worth it, and
it wasn't really worth it.
It is not worth it. So
not when you consider
we're gonna stick in there, keep looking for flights.
27 hours.
Oh yeah, that's brutal. Beth said not enjoying the heat. We're going to Lake Pleasant on Tuesday night for the show. It is a great show. Are you going to be out on a boat, Beth, or are you going to be in the harbor area? Where are you going to be watching the fireworks from? I thought about doing that. That'd be so nice, just take a little boat out. I have a tiny little boat. It's a struggle to even get Sharon to get on that thing. It's a little 17-foot fishing boat. She prefers the 5,000 person cruise ship to my little old bass boat. But boy, I've toyed with the idea of taking that out to the lake and watching the fireworks.
Yeah, it's going to be packed out there.
It would be packed. I'm just afraid of all the people in the dark heading back to the boat ramp afterwards and what kind of chaos that would be. That pretty much keeps me from doing it. What else we got going on?
Where are you at?
Check it out. Right around here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Valley View 5000 is talking about the Grand Celebration. And the Grand Classica, part of the Bahama Paradise Cruise from Palm Beach, Florida, both ship. We're part of the Carnival family. Oh, there you go.
They were. And
a little trivia right there.
Yeah. Carnival's going to be selling off. And I think another year they're going to sell off 2 more of their ships as well.
What if you think we can put a bid in for one of them? We can just take everybody out on a once a week kind of like cruise, a little quickie.
Yeah.
Stacy says likes all kind of music from country to classic rock, 80s to Caribbean. So Stacy's open. He'll take any kind of music you're going to throw out there. I'm pretty sure you put a drink in his hand and he's a happy camper. Life with Lolo is here. Hello from SoCal.
Hi, Life with Lolo.
Life with Lolo. You're about to get another cruise port in San Diego coming back to life. They're trying to bring it back around again.
Yeah, it's there for a little while.
Well, I wonder why, they used to have a lot of cruises going out of San Diego, and then they kind of dropped off. And I don't know if that was more the city or how they accommodated it. I mean, I know they have lots of hotels and stuff, so I'm not really sure what caused them to
America
leave.
Still goes out of San Diego, I believe.
Yeah, maybe it was pricing.
Carnival just stopped.
Yeah, maybe they charged them too much, or they couldn't get the supplies and stuff like that on there. Melissa says 4,700 people and crew on the Bliss. They rented a car in Skagway and they saw bears.
Oh wow! Yeah.
That is awesome on the side of the highway and on the way to the Yukon Territory in Canada.
Oh, wow.
And Melissa says Caribbean reggae music is good. Well, hold on, but on your Alaska cruise, what kind of music were they playing? More like I don't know.
I know.
I don't remember what they played.
Yeah, when we went to Alaska, they played really kind of subtle music. It was more. I felt like it was more like elevator music. Everything was really calm.
Oh my God, it was calm.
Everything was just so calm on that cruise.
And one of the best but worst parts about the Alaska cruise was, as we were in an area, there was a very nice lady who would come on the loudspeaker, the intercom,
on the glacier day.
in the glacier areas and stuff, and she was talking about the glaciers and the sites and the history of the area.
And it almost put you to sleep.
Oh my, yes, it was. It was. She's like
whispering.
If you look out to the left of the ship right now, you're going to see an area where 20,000 years ago it was covered by 3 miles of ice. And now you see it melted down to just 2 square miles of icicles. And you're like, what, did she just say something important? And I'm trying to listen. And part of me wants to fall asleep. And the other part's like, wait, this is really important stuff about Alaska. I got to hear it. And then I just ended up saying, just give me a beer. We'll worry about it later. We'll listen to the replay. So I wonder did they have that same deal going on there, Melissa, on your Alaska cruise? Sherry's doing a river cruise in 2020.
Ooh,
that sounds kind of cool. Are you doing a Viking river cruise? And what river will you be on?
That is nice.
Dina Living Life is here. Hey, I made it to the live stream after a busy day. Dina's in double digits, 99 days. So Mediterranean cruise on the Mediterranean.
Oh,
You're making. Sharon's gonna be jealous. You start talking about Mediterranean cruises.
I'm waiting for the 2020 itineraries to come out for summer of 2020 because that's when we're booking ours. So
yes,
they come out.
Reggie's got a great question. Can you read that question right there while I take a little sip of this agua?
Oh, do cruise lines do something for you if the price drops and you haven't paid in full? Yes, but they don't automatically do something for you. You got to do the work. You have to let them know that there's a price drop. Either you have to be monitoring your price drops yourself and contact them and let them know. And sometimes there's a paper to fill out. It depends on the cruise line. Sometimes you can just call and they'll do it over the phone. If you have a travel agent, then they will do it for you. Depending on the travel agent, if they're on the ball, some do not monitor price drops, some do. So that's one thing to ask them if they monitor price drops. Like I monitor price drops for my clients. So if there's a price drop, I'm going to get it for them. And then I call them or email them and let them know I got a price drop for them. Yes. They don't really have to watch for them. If you use a personal vacation planner at Carnival or on any other cruise line, they don't watch for them either. You still have to contact them. So there you go. Get a good travel agent. They might do the legwork for you. But yes, if they're on the ball, as long as you let them know, you will get the price drop. Depending on what, I will say, depending on what rate code you booked under, though. With Carnival, you have to have booked Early Saver to get the price drop. And other cruise lines, there's something similar, but there's a name for each one. Yes, so that is a perk of booking early, even if you just secure on a half price discount or something. And then if the price changes, even if you've only paid if you've hardly paid any money, I think, and 6 months later, the price adjusts, you can get the benefit of that price. Even if your cruise is paid off, I have gotten not the money returned to me, but I've gotten some in onboard credit when the price has dropped. It doesn't happen that when you're down that close very often, but it has in the past. There you go. Good answer for Reggie and her man. Cape Liberty is in Bayonne. Or near Bayonne. Okay, so it's up there in the northeast part of Jersey. I should have known. Well, now that I think about it, it's probably near the Statue of Liberty. You can probably see the Statue of Liberty from there. Now I get it. Holy cow! Beth says 718 days until the panorama. Yeah. Holy shnikes. It'll get there. Blaine, there's the other Blaine. Blaine 2007 said, "I'm shocked cruise lines book over 600 days away." They are now. I mean, boy, they're planning ahead big time. And here's Amy talking about, I think it's across the river from New York City, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity is it. Excuse me, I'm going to Bermuda. You should take Sharon very soon. You know what? You mentioned Bermuda. She's been talking about Bermuda nonstop. I know. I'm trying to get there. Sharon's only mad because I went there when I was 10 and she hasn't been there and she hates that I've been someplace she is not. It just looks really beautiful. She'll deny it, but I'm telling you right now. So we'll get there. Listen, we're battling about Cuba. We're battling about Bermuda. There's a lot of places that end with an A that we are in talks about. I'm trying to fit one more cruise in next year, and I'm hoping that it will be Bermuda. So we'll see. Oh, Anita said, yeah, we booked the Bliss 2 years out for when it comes to New York. Yeah. That is awesome. Stefanie says Cape Liberty is pretty close to Manhattan. That's another place we have not left out of is New York. We talked about it, but we've not done it yet. Dina Living Life. Hey, Life with Lolo. It's 104 degrees here in Central California. Really? Wow. That's pretty warm out there for California. That is. Melissa, here we go. Here's the breakdown. Here's the fact. Melissa is giving us the drop dead fact on the go-karts right here. The go-karts can go fastest
as fast as 30 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And
Wow.
I heard someone say that they actually go up to 40, but I heard technically it's 30.
Well, I got to say it right here in front of everybody that you were.
I was right.
You were.
Once again.
You win. You were right. That's I know you guys have seen that. That's my Arthur Fonzarelli move right there from Happy Days. I was.
Well, those go-karts look fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what? I got another question for you then, Melissa. Are they built for someone who might be a little husky? Let's say somebody's got a few extra pounds. Well, do you think I can get that thing up to 30? That's what I need to know.
Is there a weight limit, a weight restriction?
Okay, boy, why don't you just come right out and say it? Is there a sign that says no fatties allowed, maybe, since we're going to go down that road? Because I need to know, because if Matthew and I are both on the go-karts and he crutches me because, he's cracking like 110 and I'm not, I need to know these things ahead of time.
I know. I'm hoping to go on the Bliss, but I don't know if I'll make it on the Bliss. We booked the Encore, so that may be when we see the go-karts for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Ice Stick says 263 days probably till the breeze, and think about Ice Stick thinks about it all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, that is tough, but it'll be here. One day it'll finally get here. And the worst thing about it is you're going to wait 263 days for it to get here, and then 7 days later it'll be done. You'd be like, man, I waited all that time.
By so fast.
The fastest week of the year.
So fast.
Crazy for Carnival, 172 days, 16 hours, 17 minutes until the Splendor. Oh, yeah, you got the app. That's good. You got to have that app. That thing's coming handy. That thing's really stepping up its game lately.
Yeah, Matthew has been using the app for our next cruise. He'll come up to me sometimes during the day and just say, it's this many more days and this many hours till our next cruise.
Well, because now you can use that. You can pay $5 and chat with the people in your group. And now Matthew, we get it for him, and he's chatting with other kids on the ship.
I'm talking about the app.
Yeah, the Hub app.
Yeah.
The Hub app, right? Because the Hub app will do the countdown, but then when you get on the ship, I'm talking about how handy that thing is.
Yeah, you have to pay when you go.
That thing's fantastic. Oh, Life with Lola said 100. The patio said 103 degrees on Saturday.
Oh wow.
The streaming bean. Hold on, the steaming bean. The steaming bean is here. What's going on? Steaming bean. Say that 10 times fast.
I know.
Steaming bean. Okay, maybe it's not that hard. What's going on, steaming bean? Glad to have you here. Blaine said, "Hey, Bean." I didn't know you guys were on a name basis like that, Blaine. Anita's doing Boston to Bermuda next summer. So she's got something in between. It's a little something to keep you busy until the big cruise comes around. I see. Steven Bean just dropped in to say, hey, I have 12 days till I cruise on the Escape to Bermuda. There's Bermuda again. We're really rubbing it in, guys, aren't you, the whole Bermuda thing?
Yeah, we got to get to Bermuda.
Brandy says, hey, the Steaming Bean. Let's see. Oh, Steaming Bean's got a lot of fans.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know we got a big player in the house then, Steaming Bean. What is up, Bean?
Oh, yeah, he's from Canada. You're in Canada, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen Bean will be spending a month this summer in the excited states, as opposed to the United States, I'm assuming. Oh, I live in North Saskatchewan. I visit the landfill and saw 3 bears. Very nice. That's funny. Crazy for Carnival said, we're on a Howl cruise to Alaska. The music was 30s and 40s, or elevator music. It was kind of sad. Wow. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the crowd, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Howl crowd?
Yeah.
That is funny. You know what? We were just Sharon and I were just talking about the different crowds that are on the cruise ships. We had out of nowhere a video. Can I talk about that?
What?
That comment that's on the video? The one that you were like, what a video we posted a while ago.
It's been a long time ago.
Out of nowhere, a comment pops up. You know, when we get notified, or Sharon does when a comment comes up. And the comment talked about, why don't you save up some money and go on a real cruise ship instead of like the Carnival, which is the Walmart of cruise ships and something like that. I've heard people talk about that a couple times, but then we started thinking about, what is the difference between, the cruise lines and the different clientele,
I know there's
and stuff like that.
Differences, and some are a little more upscale and different things. But,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's different too if you're cruising with kids versus not kids, because that makes a difference. If we didn't have our son cruising with us, we probably would be cruising maybe on some other cruise lines as well.
Yeah.
But he likes the kids clubs. We like the kids clubs on
Well, it's probably one of the biggest deals is starting on our third cruise. We had him with us,
he's having fun,
and they were so accommodating. So we stuck with it. And
we've always had great experiences on Carnival. The customer service has always been great to us. You know, I mean, I know other people have issues, but we have no reason not to go.
And we've been good to go. But then that just goes to show.
We are going to try some other cruise lines, and we'll kind of see how it goes with Matthew. If he likes the kids clubs as well. So.
But that just goes to show, being on a Howl on a Holland America cruise or something like that, whole different ball game. Yeah. So that makes sense.
I know they have great food and everything, but I don't know. If there's not as much going on, like kids probably would be more forward.
The Bean. Can I call you the Bean? Other people have called you the Bean, or maybe SB for short. Steaming Bean said. Steam Bean loves Howl at the Moon on NCL. I'm not familiar with that. Is that like a little nighttime party deal? Howl at the Moon? Sounds like that should be it. Melissa said they had a variety of music on board. They also had a band tribute to the Beatles in the nightclub called the Cavern, and they were great. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just going out and hear. I mean, was it just different Beatles, like different genre of Beatles, or different parts of their catalog? Because that would be great if like one night it was like Sgt. Pepper's, and then they switch it up to some of the older stuff or Abbey Road stuff or whatever the case is.
That looks like it would be good.
Look who just got here.
Hi, Desi.
Desi Wagner made it in the house. I show minute 56. Maybe it was a little earlier because we're probably behind on the chat. But it's okay, Desi. We forgive you. Good to have you here. A couple folks saying hello to Miss Desi. Blaine said, I just called a week ago. They gave a 210 onboard credit. I'll be calling again 30 days from the cruise date. I was shocked since it was the new cruise ship, the Horizon. Well, if you book out far enough, their program's the same no matter what ship. Yeah. So calling and getting a little onboard credit, that'll cover, $210 will cover a couple drinks.
A couple drinks.
And then it might cover a few more drinks. And then after that, it might even cover a couple of drinks. So that's a nice move on your part, Blaine.
Yeah, it's always nice to get some onboard credit.
Or it could go the other way. Steaming Bean said the cruise on the Escape has increased in price since first getting on there. So it can go either way.
Yeah. I know our Horizon cruise, not our one for October, the group cruise, but our one for January has increased. And our cruise on the Norwegian Encore for the following January of 2020 has increased as well, because we booked that when they first came out, and it's already increased, and I don't see that one going down at all on the new Encore.
Oh no, that'll just go up and up and up.
And we got a good deal on that too, because we got it under the deal where the third person sails free, even though you still pay a little more than they're not really technically totally free, but it saved a few dollars anyway. So, and now they're not offering that anymore for that sail date. So
you feel like we got a good deal?
Yeah, so we made out there.
Nice. Sherry answering about the river cruise, the Ama waterways on the Danube.
Oh, wow.
No biking, just lots of sightseeing and wonderful food, and seeing the Passion Play in, oh boy, a big word, Obermergau. Obermergau? There's no way I'm saying that right, is there? Obermergau. Obermergau, of course.
Need Matthew in here for that. He's good with.
I'm just going to say, you're going to be seeing the Passion Play in the Big O.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, that would be cool. Fun. That would be lovely. I heard that like the service and stuff on those river cruises is just ridiculous.
Well, I think like biking, you have I think one crew member to every like 1.5 or something.
Really?
People.
It's like a less than a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
So I hear you have a lot of
nice. That would be nice. Yeah. One day we'll get there. We will get there. Yeah. Eventually, Matthew will probably get tired of cruising. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm too cool to do stuff with my parents, and I'm just going to do my own thing." And then Sharon and I will be like, "Wow, it's just the two of us. What do you want to do now?"
Yeah, I don't know if he'll ever get tired of cruising, though. I think he'll always cruise with us.
Well, I like I like to be pampered. It's just they don't usually have my size in Pampers. See what I did there? Ice Stick said, how can you tell if there's a price drop? Here, you want to take that one?
Well,
here's what you do.
You have to, if you're doing it on your own, you have to actually just log in, but not log in under your name, but just go on the website and do like a mock booking where just kind of pretend like you're going through the process that you're going to book it, the same one, and see what price you get. And if it's less than what you paid, give them a call. If it's if it's more, then
listen, if you're a past cruiser, then you want to put in that you're a past cruiser.
Yeah.
All the same qualifications from the first time that you booked originally, and then and also you have to compare your category of room. Right. So now, if you got a nice cabin and all those cabins have already sold out,
then you won't get a price drop.
Yeah. So if you're like higher up, if you're like on Lido deck and you're in balconies in the forward part of the ship and they're all sold out, then you're done.
Yeah, there will be no price changes. If your category is already sold out, then you can't get a price drop. So that's one thing. So a lot of times if you book a cabin that's really I guess common, a lot of people want it popular. Like on the Horizon, for instance, a lot of people like the Havana rooms and things like that. They sell out quickly. So if you book something like that is going to sell out, the best bet is to just book it really early, because there's probably not going to be a price drop. It's going to end up selling out and you'll never get a price drop. So
there you go. Hold on, I jumped ahead a little bit. You know how I do that sometimes. My bad. I'm all over the place. Sorry, I get that way. Wow. I got a sticky trigger finger. Steven Bean's talking about Bermuda on July 15th. That sounds fantastic. Yeah. Shirla Dixon, what's up? Shirla's here. Shirla. Bermuda's on the list of cruises that Shirla wants to take. Yeah. Let's see. Steven Bean just responding to Blaine. Did it like 4 times. Blaine said you can call the cruise line directly. Are you talking about finding out the pricing or changing it, or both? I guess you could do that for sure.
You can call them too and ask them to look it up for you. You can do that too.
Steven Bean did recall my Fonzie impersonation. I appreciate that. Let's see. Amy Rogers says New York's less than a 4-hour drive from her house, but hates to leave out of there. Leaving from Baltimore when you go to Bermuda. And she loved the Carnival Pride when she went on her in 2015. So Baltimore's a little bit easier for you then, is what you're saying there, Amy. And the Pride's going out of there still, right?
Yeah, the Pride's going out of there.
The all new Pride.
Yeah,
it's all done up with Dr. E now. Yeah. So that ship is rocking.
Yeah, they've redone a lot on that. Yeah.
Steaming Bean is a biscuit away. I'll assume that means a short time, because a biscuit is a tiny little treat. From 400. No way is that cart. And Steam Bean said, no way is that cart going to go 30. Are you talking about with me in it, Bean, in general? Or you just mean like, they just don't go 30 regularly? I just think that's pretty fast. I mean, imagine if you just went off the rail and, rolled that thing right into the ocean. I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, 30 is not fast in the car, but on there, I'm sure it feels really fast.
Right. Ann Smith goes on the Vista in less than a year. Boy, everyone's countdowns are out there.
I know.
Is anyone going, who's going in a week? Life with Lolo, 34 more days till on the breeze. Which is how I found you all right after I booked it. Hold on, 34, is that going to be 34 days, July, first week of August? Where are you leaving out of? Life with Lolo, on the breeze. What port are you leaving out of? Let's see. Kim's just asking Amy, they live pretty close to Baltimore. How do you like the port? Amy can give us a rundown. Melissa said the Bliss also had Broadway shows like Jersey Boys and the Jersey Boys and I and Havana. Amazing shows regarding the go-karts. I'm not sure about the weight limit. I didn't see any no fat people signs.
Yeah, I've heard the shows are amazing on the Bliss. So they're really.
So you didn't. So there was not a sign with a picture of me with a big red slash through it and a circle around my head.
How was it getting tickets to the show? Was it easy to get into the show? How did that work?
I don't want to know that. I want to know how long was the line to get on the go-kart. There was like 3-hour wait for a 5-minute ride around the track.
I think you buy a time or and they give you a set time to go on the go-karts. From what I have heard, I don't know.
DCA 10 said they went on the Princess and it was a little boring. Well, I mean, the Prince, that's kind of like taking it up a notch, I think.
Well,
I mean, like we mentioned the thing earlier about Carnival and somebody calling it the Walmart. Like, we get it. It's a little less expensive of a deal, and it attracts a different clientele, and maybe we're that clientele. So, so we like it.
I think with Princess, it just depends. I've heard the food's amazing. It's a little more upscale.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little more pampered. But as far as depending on how young you are, if you're an older teenager, real young adult, I don't think there's a lot of happening things on the ship. As far as kids go, there are pools, but there's no water slides. Princess doesn't have water slides on any of their ships.
No.
No.
What?
So
Crazy.
The water parks and all that. So yeah, so for kids, it's probably not.
Maybe not a prime destination.
Fun.
All right.
And I even like that stuff. We like the water slides. We like to go out. We'll go out and play mini golf with Matthew and do. I think they do have mini golf on Princess, but we'll go do some of that stuff with him.
I'm not against a little bit of boredom.
We have fun doing that stuff.
If laying in a chair by the pool with a drink in my hand is boring, then count me in. I'm way into that. Let's see. Stephanie M was thinking about the. Hold on. I jumped ahead. I apologize. I do apologize. NCL is great for kids, says Shirla Dixon.
Yeah.
They got a good kid deal.
Great kid things.
That's awesome.
I think some of the older ships in the past, maybe not as much, but these, especially the newer ones, I think have a lot for kids from what I'm noticing.
Dina Living Life said her Epic cruise increased by 50%.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Man, it's a good thing you booked early. Wise. Dana Ballard said 67 days to get on the Glory, 12 hours for our backyard in the Rocky Mountains. Nice. That sounds like a good trip. But the Glory was awesome. Did we not have a great time on the Glory?
Yeah. Except for the.
Whoa. You're dropping an except right now? Dana Ballard is excited about
going on the Glory? Try to
get
the middle dining room if you can, not the aft dining room.
Why? Because it was a little shaky?
Yeah, our table rumbled throughout dinner.
That was me. I was just kind of tapping my toes to the music.
But we had a fun time, and now they've redone that ship since we've been on it and added a water park to the Glory as well. Stephanie
M says, I'm thinking about the group cruise in October 2019. Sharon, do you think Carnival may have low deposit specials coming up? Ooh. What do you know about it? Or will you have a low deposit special?
Well, actually, I had one of my low deposit specials that ended at the end of June. Yes, they will be having some specials coming up, but usually on the newer ships, it's usually half off deposit. The $50 deposits usually don't apply to the new ships. Those are always more. Mm-hmm. But if you want to keep up to breast on that kind of stuff, if you want to keep abreast of those things, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk like that. Follow me on Facebook at Sharon at Sea Travel on
Sharon
Facebook.
at Sea Travel, and Sharon drops a lot of information about when there's price drops and half off and stuff like that.
There's a special, it will be posted on there.
Or if she's got a little something special going on herself through her company deal, she can do that for you too.
Yeah.
So there you go. So keep in touch with her, Stephanie. Let her know how to get a hold of you, and she can give you a heads up on when there's a drop. Steamy Bean says Carnival has done a lot of work on improving. They have. I mean, some of their newer ships are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
And like I said, even the ship, the one we just went on, the Splendor, was one of the ship. Well, pretty much, I think the only one that hasn't been redone and have the 2.0 upgrade. And we had the best customer service on that ship. It was like amazing. So
there you go.
I think they've really stepped it up.
Yes.
From us cruising over several
years.
Here,
I'm getting some answers to my question earlier about the Howl at the Moon is a dueling piano deal with music from the 70s to the 90s. It's lots of fun. See, first when you said Howl at the Moon, first thing I thought of was Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon, but I figured it couldn't have anything to do with that. Because if it did, that's a cruise that I want to be on. Let's see. Melissa says, your family will love Norwegian Cruise Lines. There you go. But it's so sad now because Matthew is quickly growing out of all that cute little kid stuff and Camp Bush. I mean, there was a time when we'd pick him up from camp and he'd be so happy about his day and he'd have like face paint on and he'd have cool things to show us when he came back to the cabin. And now those days are long gone. Yeah. It's devastating.
The only thing I'm wondering about Norwegian is the pizza. Matthew has to have pizza, good pizza, and I know it's included on all the other cruise lines, but I have heard that you have to pay for pizza on Norwegian.
What?
And it's not included. And once in a while at the buffet maybe, but not on a regular basis.
Are you kidding me?
That's what I heard.
That's a no-go.
That could get pretty pricey for
That is
us.
an outrage.
The kid
I'm sure
lives
would you have to buy waffles too?
He lives
Jesus.
on pizza the whole
Yeah,
cruise.
that could crush the deal right there.
Yeah.
That could crush the deal. Blaine 2007 said steakhouse.
Oh, steakhouse, yes.
Yeah,
oh, we just got a confirmation, speaking of steakhouse, but we just got a confirmation back for our dream cruise in October that we are going to be doing the chef's table. We got confirmation that we are in.
What are you doing? Just bragging about the chef's table?
No, I'm excited about that. Has anyone done the chef's table before? Let us know about it.
So you were bragging, but now you feel bad about bragging. You're going to turn it around.
No, I'm excited that it'll be our first time doing the chef's table. So
and for what we understand, you can do a little video recording. So we're going to try to bring you behind the scenes of dinner at the chef's table. Not that this has never been done before, but we're going to try to do it for you here with Sharon and C. Let's see. Miss Michaela. I always want to overthink it and say Michaela. Miss Michaela's here from Regina, Saskatchewan. See, we got a couple of the Canadians in the house. We should all get together, enjoy a little back bacon. What else do they say up there in Canada? Yeah. I'm thinking about, are Bob and Doug McKenzie still around up there? The McKenzie brothers? The Canadian? No, I don't know if they're still around. You don't even know what I'm talking about,
I don't. I really don't.
You're like, what is Jamie talking about? If you're from Canada, you know all about Bob and Doug McKenzie. Somebody please confirm that so Sharon doesn't think I'm out of my mind. Steamy Beans in Sandy Bay, Saskatchewan. Very nice, very nice. We love this show has gone international. Can you believe that? We are crossing borders. This is fantastic. Let's see. Stephen Hayes says, enjoy the show as always. He's crashing out. Stephen, thanks a lot for being here.
Good night, Stephen.
You're such a regular. We really appreciate that. Stacey Waldrop said, speaking of drinks, how's the Cheers package video coming? I'm going to be working on that. I have a little bit of free time this week with the holiday. And, every time I think about doing it, a project comes up. This weekend would have been great. I had a couple days off, and then the whole Matthew computer setup deal came about. And I have to, so we set up this new computer for him, and then I needed to know everything about it. So I have been researching like a madman. Anytime I get Sharon off the computer about this new computer for him, I'm learning about CPUs, GPUs, memory, PSUs. I mean, everything and anything that ends in U. Yeah. I am like an authority on it now. It's crazy. Yeah. But I've been spending a lot of time on that, and it's hard to get Sharon out of the driver's seat, to be honest with you.
We have two more Splendor vlogs to post, maybe three, I think 2 or 3, and then Jamie's Cheers package one. So by the time we finish those, he better have that way. And that way, Sharon's
kind of gone through all the video stuff that we have, and then while she's going through and creating all the vlog stuff, she can pick and choose bits and pieces. And kind of set that aside for me.
Making it easy for us.
So I can get in and be like, well, where's the clips of me drinking? And then Sharon's like, what clip isn't of you drinking? And then we make it real easy. So there you have it. So that's how the Cheers package video is going.
Yeah,
Some things,
coming.
Good things take time, and good things come to those who wait. So let's keep that in mind, Stacey. Let's see. Oh, Steamy Bean's talking about living in Saskatchewan, but in football, cheers for Ottawa. Hold on, you guys have football? You do have football up there, don't you? Is Johnny Manziel playing right now in the Canadian League? Just somebody answer that question for me. Sherry's helping me out. Oberammergau. Oberammergau. How did I say it exactly that way to start with?
I don't remember.
I'm going to pretend that I did. So I nailed it. Sherry, thanks for proving that my enunciation is second to none. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Let's see what else we got cooking. I'm probably jumping ahead. Holy cow. Nurse Nancy's in the house. Did we see Nurse Nancy yet?
No, now, yeah, There she is.
Now we did. Boom, there she is. Okay,
Hi,
finally.
Nancy.
Working a double shift through the night to help pay for the cruises. Hi, y'all.
Ah.
That's great. Nurses.
Wow.
There's nothing better
There
than
you
nurses
go.
working double shifts. That's what I tell Sharon when she comes home exhausted from a shift, Nancy, and I'm like, hold on, you're this tired and you're responsible for like sticking needles in people's arms. That can't be. That's frightening.
I'll be working
I hope,
on the 4th of July all night.
I hope you're getting rest.
So.
I hope you have a lot of coffee and energy drinks, Nurse Nancy. So there you go. Yeah, look, see, everybody's saying hi to Nancy. Nancy's so well known. She's so awesome. So Melissa said the Beatles did all their music. They had a show each night. The Beatle cover band, we should say, because it wasn't actually the Beatles. We don't start any rumors that the Beatles are back. See, Stephen Bean said, there's no way with me in that car that it's going 30. See, he knows the deal. Amy said Baltimore is a 45-minute cheap flight on Southwest from her house, from her home port. It's very easy embarkation and debarkation. And she sailed out of Baltimore twice on the Pride and the Grandeur of the seas. Very nice.
We thought about checking out Baltimore at some point, too.
I think, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone back. You know, I grew up in the Northeast, and I really haven't been back in a long, long time. So maybe it is time that we try to embark back there.
That's another thing that we've been contemplating, and maybe going to Washington, D.C. on a vacation, showing Matthew all the sites. So, you know, there's just so many things we want to do, and sometimes just not enough time.
Yes.
So.
Hold on. I do want to take a minute. We have to acknowledge some new friends of ours.
Oh.
Lalito Loca.
You said it right.
I did say it right. I know I said it wrong. I say like Lil, because I keep thinking of Ricky Martin, living La Vida Loco, and then I say it wrong. So it's Lalito Loca.
Yeah, I think they're having a great time.
They are having a good time. We've seen some Instagram posts from them, and we just want to give them a shout out so they'll see this when they get back. And they've been super nice. We've been interacting and joking around on each other's live streams and stuff like that. So, so as a reminder, go check those guys out. They won't be doing their live show tomorrow night, which is usually Tuesday, I think, when they do it.
At least I don't think so.
Or maybe they will. Maybe they'll find a Wi-Fi signal. If I know those guys, they will. And the last time that I saw them, there were some crab legs involved on someone's head. I mean, it's just, those guys are outrageous. So so make sure you check them out. And just a quick shout out to those guys over there for being so nice with us. And we've made some, you know, kind of become buddies with them, and it's very cool.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Charlotte says, from the Cruise Tips TV, can you tell about the go-karts on the Bliss?
Yeah. I think I saw a video.
Because she went on, shoot, I forget her name.
Yeah.
The Cruise Tips TV, that gal is super knowledgeable. She's got, those guys have some great videos. And I know she did something on the Bliss when she was there for like a couple day, you know, like a look through, where she checked out the ship before it sailed out of Los Angeles. So good stuff there. Life with Lolo, Galveston, Texas, August 5th.
Ooh,
that's when she's going out. That is, just watch for the weather. And remember, if there's bad weather, it won't affect you at sea. It'll just affect you either taking off or coming back into port. That's the tough thing about Galveston. They have some weird weather situations. Like they'll get like locked down because of fog, and the ship will be like 8 hours late or something weird going on.
That's one cruise port. If you are trying to book a flight to get home after your cruise, I would not suggest booking it too close to getting off the ship. Whereas a lot of times you can book it, you know, have time to get to the airport, not a big deal. Galveston is just known for having, you know, delays with the fog sometimes.
Yeah.
Certain times.
You got to give yourself a little bit of time there.
Always allow for a time when.
Totally.
With your flight.
Totally. Stephen Bean said there's nothing wrong with the clientele on Carnival and that he's a thousandaire. Excellent. You got it right. Millionaire, thousandaire.
Yeah.
You see where he went with that. DCA10 said food was good on Princess. Big fans of Carnival. They didn't have as much as far as games and entertainment goes on Princess. Well, we've heard some of the cruise lines, I mean, they shut down like 9, 10 o'clock. Not a lot going on. Yeah. But I mean, on Carnival, you know, they do have some late night dance parties and stuff like that, and that's cool. The casino's obviously raging till 2, 3, 4 in the morning sometimes. Yeah. So they got all that good stuff happening. But but you know, they used to have more stuff like midnight buffets, and those things aren't even going on. Let's see. Kim Taylor said, Amy, thanks for a 40-minute drive to Baltimore and looking to book the Pride. Sherry was saying that, Sherry loves Cruise Tips TV. Couple folks talking back and forth together about who's going to cruise and book what. Brandy saying, at Kim Taylor, book it. You'll love her. Brandy said she's been on her twice. First time got married on her and then went to Bermuda.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very nice. A little marriage on the ship. That sounds cool.
Sounds nice.
Do you include Matthew in the lives? My son was asking. That's from Ann Smith.
We do. Not in every live, but we did a few at first. And now is what he does is once a month we do a giveaway. And he will do a video usually the week before showing whatever the giveaway is and giving his instructions on, I guess, how to enter
just loves to give stuff away.
Which is usually always the same. But anyways, he gives this little video. And then we announce the winner on the following week on the live show. And he's always involved in that show because he likes to put the names in the computer, do the spin, and announce the winner. That's his thing, and he likes to do that. So, and
right now he is knee deep in Jurassic World Evolution. So
I will say next week he will be posting his video for another giveaway. Ooh. And we will be announcing the winner of that giveaway the following Monday, which will be June 16th.
Whoa, June 16th?
Uh-huh. I mean, July 16th. Isn't that Monday? Oh, gosh.
We're going back in time. I don't know. You're throwing dates and you're throwing months and dates out there right now. You may want to check your calendar real quick and see what you got going on. All right, listen, I got it.
Yes, July 16th. Monday, July 16th.
I'm going to try to speed up a little bit.
Matthew will be on July 16th.
We try to get through everybody's comments whenever we get live, and because we appreciate everyone throwing in their 2 cents. We love it. So we don't want to leave anybody out. So let's go through a couple more about that. So yes, and we do include him sometimes, but usually he's just in the other room on his computer and we can't drag him away. Yeah. If you heard us earlier, he's got a brand new kick butt computer. And it's funny, we talk about having him do more things away from the computer, and then we get him an amazing new computer that will keep him from ever leaving the computer. So we're asking for trouble. Let's see. Sherry said, Ann Smith, they do more often than not. He is great. Life with Lito, do you have any plans to go on Royal Caribbean to visit the perfect day at Coco Cay? I've been thinking about it for my kids.
Oh, we are going next summer. We're going to be on the Mariner of the Seas at the end of May.
There you go.
And we're going to incorporate a Disney trip along with it. So we're going to do a 4-day, go to Coco Cay, and then we're going to be doing a Disney trip.
There you go. Shirley Dixon said they never pay for pizza on NCL.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. That's good to know. See, I was told differently. So that's good to know.
Or Shirley is just into stealing pizza.
So Shirley,
maybe that's the deal.
One more question. Do they have like a pizza area set up somewhere like some of the other cruise lines, or is it like out within the buffet?
Yeah, like on Carnival has, like Matthews literally had pizza for breakfast because they'll have 24-hour pizza at one of the stations. So
like Royal Caribbean has a pizza place and other cruise lines. So yeah, is it a separate place? I'm just wondering.
Yes. Seeing Bean said, Tommy from Always Be Booked says pizza on the Carnival Splendor has the best pizza. They did have great pizza.
Yeah, it was good.
And wants to recall what the NCL pizza was like. Kristen McCaskill is here. The pizza is pretty good on Norwegian.
Hi,
you don't have to pay extra. It's at the buffet.
Okay. So you can only get it, though, when the buffet's open. Is that correct?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. So
Team Bean thank you, Bean, for confirming Bob and Doug rule. And you know what I'm talking about.
So that's one thing we like about the pizza, though. We like it the 24-hour pizza. That's I guess that's
yes.
what we like.
I like my pizza at any time that I want my pizza. And that's how I like it. Ann Smith said, Sharon, we had pizza delivered to our room for, I think, $5 a pizza.
Oh, okay.
Steam Bean said, where are you guys coming live from? Well, we are in a little room in our house. I mean, we are in our high-tech studio at our headquarters, Sharon to see headquarters right here, Bean.
This is our little office room in our house.
In cool, chilly Arizona.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting our sweatshirts on soon and going for a walk outside. Then he said, Jamie, you went into your computer brain box this weekend. That's what I call it when my husband has tunnel vision on tech stuff. Yeah, I teched out. I mean, I overdosed right now. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get Matthew. I'm trying to explain stuff to him about the computer. He's like, whatever. Can you just leave me alone so I can play a video game? It's a little disappointing. Manziel's a backup for the Hamilton Ticats. Yeah, so he is playing up there. See, I knew it. DCA10's looking forward to the Cheers package video. Thinking of getting it for our Carnival cruise in September. All right, I promise. Usually Sharon's the one promising videos, but I promise. Man,
you got 2 weeks tops to get that done.
No, I think I can do it. I think I can do it in the next couple of days.
Oh, okay, great.
Maybe I can knock it out on Wednesday morning. Before the fireworks start. That has to be a day off, so I'll see if I can get something cooking there.
Plan on 2 weeks, guys. I know how it works.
Patty Dune. Patty Dune's in the house. I'm sorry. It's not Dune. That's my eyesight. I apologize.
Durr.
Patty Durr is here. Hi, guys. What is up, Patty? Nice to see you. Patty, you're just getting here. We're an hour and 20 minutes into the deal, and you just got here.
Oh my God, it's been an hour and 20 minutes.
All right. We forgive you. We're just glad that you're here. Let's see. Reggie and her man are going to be nodding off. They're going to be bailing out here soon. You guys have a good night. We appreciate it. Nurse Nancy said lots of coffee tonight. Nice to be able to catch a bit of the show. Got to go back to work. We'll catch the replay. All right, Nancy.
All right,
thanks
Nancy.
for jumping in between, I don't know, tourniquets or, passing the meds or whatever you got going on over there. DCA 10 said, does Splendor have just a pepperoni and cheese pizza or do they have others? They do. They have the quattro formaggio, and they have one with mushrums, and they got one with oh my gosh, what is that one with arugula and the ham prosciutto. It's like a white pie with prosciutto and arugula. So they got some neat little things in there.
And if you want to wait, you can sometimes ask them to make one for you with what you want on it.
Sure.
But you have to wait for it.
Yes. And I think you can usually get a Caesar salad there too, although it's rarely asked for, but I believe it's available. Let's see. Scene being disembarked at 9 on the Escape, and flight takes off from New York City at 7 p.m. Oh, that gives you plenty of time.
Yeah. Oh, that's always fun going on the night, taking off at night.
Let's see. Oh, and talking about, Sherry said that the Seattle port has changed a bit. Norwegian has their own port a few blocks away from the other ships now. So there you go. Let's see what else. So I might have missed a couple of things. Oh, there you go. Shirley talking about Tony and Jenny are so funny. Yeah. They certainly are. Those guys are a lot of fun. Looks like they are having a great time. I've been waiting to see if they're going to go live on a video. I don't know if they have yet. We've been waiting for that. Steven Bean has a go-kart for big dudes. He drives a Ford F-150. Yep, there you go, Bean, on the same way. I love my Tundra because it fits me just right. Let's see what else we got. Beth says she wants to do an 80s theme cruise for the milestone birthday. Any thoughts on this? Yeah, I think we can do it. So let's get it planned. That's my thought on that, Beth. We can make that happen for you. Gregory Hartman. What's up, Gregory? Been on 2 NCL ships and had free pizza each time. All right, good stuff.
That's good to know.
And usually in the buffet area. So again, probably in the buffet. So not the 24-hour pizza, but part of the buffet deal. It's usually in the buffet. You can get it from room service as well. I think on NCL, you only have to pay for it if you have it delivered to your room. That's from Amy. So
okay. Well, then I might be booking another NCL a little sooner than later. Ann
Smith says, my son is in Fortnite. Hey, listen, we're trying to get it. Matthew hasn't gotten to Fortnite yet. He plays a lot of Steam stuff, and I'm not sure what he does, but we hear him in there like training people and yelling and talking to people on his headset, and sometimes we just sit at the door and listen to him for a few minutes, and it's hysterical. He's bossing people around. I don't know who he's talking to in there. Brandy said, might try it on our cruise in 17 days. We're going to Bermuda. Wow, you're going to Bermuda a few days before me. There you go. Stacy also drives a Ford F-150. Stacy said, everybody give the chat a thumbs up. Very nice. 44 watching, but only 16 thumbs up. Click it. Thank you, Stacy. We appreciate that. Maybe we don't do enough self-promotion. Maybe maybe we should be talking about doing thumbs up. I don't know. Maybe it's bad. We just don't pay enough attention to that kind of stuff. We just like sitting here.
We just get on here to have fun and entertain you guys. You entertain us and help you guys out and give you information. And we don't always think about.
That's right. If we weren't here, we'd be sitting there watching TV or something like that.
too much promotion.
I'd be watching a show about fishing, or maybe wishing The Walking Dead was back on. But I've been watching Preacher. You guys watch that show?
I don't.
Now that The
it.
Walking Dead's off, Preacher's on. It's crazy.
I don't watch it.
Let me know. If you watch Preacher, give us a thumbs up. How's that for a little promotion? Let's see. Chris McCaskill said, get the Cheers package. It's totally worth it, not just for alcohol drinks. Includes pop, water, coffee, and milkshakes. You are exactly right.
Yeah, that is true.
And I will tell you, when I do my Cheers video, I will be telling you how to get the best value and bang for your buck. I promise that. So there you have it. Steamy Bean going, oh, these guys are talking. It's Truck Talk. We're on Truck Talk now. We are all over the place, Sharon and see. We talk cruises, pizza, music. We were going to talk about food tonight, too, as well as music. We didn't even get there.
Hey, we talked about pizza.
I guess we did. And that's pretty important food. Bobby Stroh. What's up, Bobby Stroh? How are you? Nice to have you here. Have you ever heard of port excursion discounts online? Someone asked me that. I've never heard of such a thing. Are you talking about port excursion? Like, is that the name of a place, portexcursiondiscount.com or something? Or are you just talking about discounts in general? Because I know that.
Are you talking about through the cruise line? As far as.
Or maybe Bobby's talking about if you book online, you will save money versus the cruise line excursions.
In general, yes.
If that's what you're talking about.
If you book outside the cruise line with an outside agency, you will definitely save money.
Yes.
And on top of it, usually you'll get a better tour.
There you go.
Less people, more personalized.
Desanico, what's up? You're late. We just got here, but that's okay. Says, but are you going on an NCL cruise soon? We are not, but there's been a lot of talk tonight about pizza on NCL.
Yeah, our NCL cruise is January of 2020.
Yes.
On the Encore.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have booked.
There you go.
But I've been thinking about booking another one in between them. Maybe to Bermuda.
Or Cuba. Brandy says, yeah, Kristen, some people don't know that. Yeah, the Cheers program involves any drink that you pay for is included. And you can have as many of non-alcoholic drinks as you want during the course of the day. You're only limited on your alcohol drinks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you don't mind going to the bathroom every 15 minutes, you could be drinking constantly. Yeah. Coffee, drinks, milkshakes, the whole 9 yards. So there you have it. Let's see. I hear those race cars on the Bliss are not that roomy, so a larger person might have a bit difficulty being comfortable. There you go. Kathy said it right there. Yeah. They're not that roomy. So looks like I'll be cheering on from the stands, kind of like the zip line. I did the same thing on the zip line. I was a little bit scared to get on. I'm a big kid, and I just don't know what governing body is in charge of the zip line safety inspections on a regular basis. So I stood on the sidelines and ran the video camera, and it was fun. Sherry is thanking Stacey for the reminder. Oh, Ann Smith knows prosciutto and arugula. Oh my God, yeah. So good.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes. See that? See Me Being Red Preacher, great novel. It is graphic, that's for sure, dude. Kim Taylor's hitting the sack. Bobby Stroh. Oh, Kim, good night. Have a great night, and thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate that. Bobby Stroh said no, just discounts in general. Yeah, if you book online, you can do that. Like Sharon uses a Shore Excursioneer.
Yeah, we use Shore Excursioneer a lot.
And you can book stuff directly with companies as well, or you can book with a local company that is like the liaison to getting you booked. And usually you put down a little bit of money to book it, and then you pay the rest when you arrive.
Well, a Shore Excursioneer, you put a deposit down and you pay the rest when you get there usually. Some of the others you do have to pay up front. Shore Trips is another one I use sometimes, although they're not quite as cheap as Shore Excursioneer.
There you go.
But it is another good company. And I did recently run across another company called, it's called portpromotions.com. Someone told me about. And that's looks like another good one. I haven't used them yet, but it looks like. All
right, so you get some feedback when we do.
Another one that you'll get a discount.
Well, I'd say we're about 80% book it ourselves and 20% go through the cruise lines lately. Is that accurate? I'd say yeah. We've on our last two cruises we've used the ship for at least one.
Yeah.
We have. It just depends on what there is to offer, and if we want to go through the the process of booking with someone else.
Yeah.
Or whatever
Usually when
the
it's
case
just
is.
the three of us that go, we usually book outside the cruise line. But when we
There you
go,
go.
sometimes we go with other people.
Stacy said,
We book with the cruise line.
Stacy said he's read on John Hill's page that Carnival sometimes has discount codes for excursions.
Oh, okay. Yes, they do.
Mhm.
Once in a while, not very often, but once in a while, there'll be a code he'll post. And sometimes I have gotten a code through my travel agency as well, with a code that I can share with people for on a shore excursion, and a lot of times for the spa.
There you go. Marky Mark says, Marky Mark loves Preacher. 2 thumbs up. I would interpret that to say that Marky Mark thinks that Preacher gives a good vibrations. And if you get that joke, then you're a true Marky Mark fan. Next one. Kathy just says Bermuda. And
Yeah.
Jim O'Connor, what's up? Do you have to pay for the go-karts on the Bliss?
Yes, you do.
You do have to pay to ride them?
Yes, you do.
Okay, this is getting bad. I don't want to pay to ride them. I want it to be included. I can't fit in them because I'm husky.
Well, then you
And
don't have to pay.
if I squeeze my butt into them, they're not even go that fast. I don't know. We might have just, it might be a done deal.
Yeah, although from what I hear, you usually can only get on it maybe once during the cruise. I don't know. You have to I think you have to.
I'll get up early and wait in line. I'm not afraid of that.
Book your to ride on them.
And I also have a question. I never thought of this, but how do they know if you've had a few drinks before you get on the go-karts? Are there rules about that? Do they check to see if you've purchased alcohol on your card when you pay for them prior to getting on? That's gotta be something to think about.
Oh, that is a good thought.
Because you're sitting by the pool drinking all day, and then you say, I think I'll go around the go-kart around, and you're on the track with some, 13-year-old kid, and you're hammered. That can't go well for the cruise line.
You can, if that doesn't always matter, because someone else can be buying the drinks and you can be drinking them too.
Yeah, well.
So you really never know.
Yes, excellent question. I guess we got to find out how that works. Cool. Destinico said, cool, I'm thinking of booking another NTL cruise, but want to do a Mediterranean cruise. They're still undecided.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for them to come out for 2020 myself.
Yes.
And I'll either be going, I don't know if the new Carnival ship where it will be going, but I don't think it's probably going to be going to where I want to go. So we'll probably be either going on Royal or Norwegian for our Mediterranean cruise.
There you go. Charles Hahn says, Breeze, 522 days. Bass Boat, 2 days.
Yeah.
Excellent. You're going out doing a little fishing on the 4th? Charles, that sounds great. Where are you going to be fishing at? And what are we fishing for? Big largemouth? Smallmouth? Are you like doing a little walleye? What are you after? Let's see. Martin 1107 says, good day from sunny Gold Coast, Queensland.
All right. Australia.
Queensland, Australia. Welcome, Martin. Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Go-karts in the Bliss are $5 a person. I think that's not so bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
They got to pay for the gas, I guess. Go-karts have increased and increased again. Stacey said they just increased the price of the go-karts. Of course they did. Dehanna Hernandez, what is up, Dehanna? How you doing? That is a new name. I have not heard it yet, and I'm glad to see you here asking questions and getting involved. How early do you book? Are you talking about for go-karts? Or are you talking about for cruising in general?
If it's cruising in general, as early as you can for the best price.
Kim D, what is this shenanigans? Are you in cahoots with Kim D? Jamie takes Sharon to Bermuda.
Thank you.
You know what, Kim? I'm blocking you right now after that shenanigans. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to block you. Just joking. Can you get a DUI driving the go-karts on the ship? Stacy says. I don't know, Stacy, but if anyone can, I'm going to do it. I'd rather be booked at Cagney's than on the go-karts. I'll assume Cagney's is a nice little steakhouse. Yeah. Very lovely. Martin said, trying to buy a Swiss Gear Smart Scan backpack. Swiss Gear not available in Australia. Amazon has blocked sales to Australia due to tax issues with the Aussie government. That is outrageous.
Oh, that is.
I don't know. Can we do like an illegal thing and hook Martin up or something like that?
Well, I'd buy one for you and send it to you, but the shipping would probably be outrageous.
That might be a little steep. Yes, I'm sorry. All right, keep looking. Maybe they'll get that thing cleared up. The go-karts are electric. They are? Okay. Oh, Charles is doing a little largemouth fishing. Southern Illinois. Very nice. Okay. Martin says having the same problem with buying the ape case. Now, that's bad news. I mean, the Swiss, backpacks you can find, but that ape case is awesome. Sharon's got me doing the ape case video this week, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, Jamie's going to be doing a review on the ape case.
Chucky Weaver said, "Wow, I'm really late." You are, Chucky. we said to ourselves, we are not going to get offline. We're going to keep this live stream going until Chucky gets here. And we're an hour and 40 minutes into the thing, and here you are finally. So now we can finally go to bed. Holy mackerel. Kim D said, "Charles, where in Southern Illinois?" I'm in Southwest Illinois. And there you go. Hold on. I just got to the end of some chats. We were winding down on the chat. Unless something happened, I missed like 100 of them, which could happen.
Oh, there you go.
So that could certainly happen. Let me go to live chat instead of top chat. See if I missed anything.
No.
Steaming Bean said they use the sounds of a gas engine, but that they are electric. Oh, okay. Boy. That figures. All right, hey, this is a great time to talk about wrapping it up. Yeah. We've been pushing an hour, 40 minutes. Amazing. It's so funny. The time goes by ridiculously quick when we sit down here. It's like we just sat down 10 minutes ago, and we're already chatting away, and boom, an hour and 50 minutes practically goes by. Hour and 40 minutes. So that is tremendous. Gabe Boone said, "What kind of guitar do you have?" What is up, Gabe? Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate that. I do have, let's see. I have 3 guitars over there. One of them is my Epiphone Zach Wild Les Paul. It's nothing too high end, okay? You know, a couple $100 guitars, but I love it. And the other one is my Jackson, I believe it's a DK Dinky, if I'm not mistaken, is the name of it. Sharon's looking at me like I'm crazy, but I believe that is the term for it. Both of them have fantastic humbucking pickups, and the middle guitar up there is actually my signed guitar that Sharon got me years ago, signed by the great Ozzy Osbourne. It's my pride and joy. I'm not sure if we actually verified that Ozzy signed it yet. It did come with some paperwork that said so. I'm on the fence with it still, but you know what? It's signed by Ozzy, and I'm sticking with it, and that's fantastic. So I love that thing. It's hanging right there for the world to see. Ozzy Osbourne signature guitar. So there you have it. So that's what we got going on back there, Gabe. And of course, I do have my Marshall half stack, but it is solid state. It is not a tube amp. It's solid state. I just couldn't drop $1,200. So I spent half of that on a solid state amp, and it still sounds good. And it's way too loud to turn up any more than like 1 or 2. It makes the house shake. Shipping from USA to Oz for the ape case is $80 US and $130 for the backpack. Holy shnikes, that's a lot of money, Martin.
Yeah.
Chucky says, "Come on, the sun is still up." Well, you're making a good point there, Chucky. Beth said, "Have a great 4th of July, everybody. Be safe." Oh yeah, that is coming up here. Too bad you have to work, or we could have done a little live looking for 4th of July fireworks.
Oh well.
All right. Let's see what else. We'll wrap it up here in a minute. It's 10:45. Got to go to bed. Stacy says he's got a Fender Strat and a couple of acoustics. Very nice. Sherry says, "Happy 4th. Kim D's talking to Charles about Lake Egypt. That sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe one day I get to go up there and go fishing." Dana says, "Happy 4th. We are great." She said we're great. Thank you. Judy S. Good night. Happy 4th. Stay safe. Judy S. Judy, I don't think you've said anything all night, and then you come in right at the end with a happy 4th. Very nice. Martin says he repairs Marshall and Vox amps here. That's super cool, Martin. We got to talk about that next time.
Where'd it go?
Sam Klein is late, but have a great night. I think Sam just got online to say hi and say good night. That's awesome. Gabe says he's got 3 Martins acoustics, right, Gabe? Or maybe something, I don't know. I always think of Martin, I think of acoustics. Only midday here tomorrow for Martin 1107. Happy 4th to everybody. All right, so listen, we're going to wrap it up. You guys have been great. Am I missing anything?
That's about it.
Oh my God, we forgot to show this picture. We have been talking about. You want to show it now or next time?
Oh, you can show it, I guess.
Hold on, we still have 37 people on. We're always trying to show a picture of our cruises and our most recent cruises.
Wow.
And
our old cruises usually.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry.
Not recent.
You're right about that. We've shown some recent ones, and now we're going to show one. And so we decided to pull one out tonight. So we're going to leave you with this thought of us on Matthew's first cruise. And he's with 2 of our daughters, Melissa and Brittany were on this one. April wasn't on this one. It was the other one. And so it's the 5 of us here, and a quick little picture. You can check that out.
On the Carnival Valor. Wow.
Hold on, let me get that out of here. Hold on, you just gotta go. Yeah, you just gotta go right up here.
No, like that.
There we go.
So that was Matthew's first cruise.
So there's Matthew in the middle. There's Sharon on one end, Brittany in the middle, Melissa, and there is a very dark-haired, dark goatee Jamie. No grays yet. Wow, that's unbelievable. So there's a little glimpse of a photo, and look at little Matthew. He was so cute back then, wasn't he? So there's our little look into the past.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll call it. Take a look into the past with Sharon at Sea. All right, guys. You guys have a great day. We appreciate everything.
Yep.
Love you all, and be safe for the 4th.
Call if you want to book the group cruise.
If you want to book anything, give us a holler. Shoot Sharon an email. You got any questions about any cruises you want to book? You want to transfer your booking? Sharon at Sea Travel on Facebook.
And Sharon at Sea on Instagram, Twitter, or Pinterest.
Twitter's not so active, and that's my bad. We'll talk about that next time. Janet likes the picture. Thanks, Janet. We appreciate that. All right, guys. Have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. And happy cruising.
Happy cruising, guys.